Welcome to the Oh Hell No podcast, where Kay Nicole delivers a daily dose of inspiration by discussing passion, purpose, and struggle with people who are living their best life doing what they love. Here's Nicole.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Oh Hell No podcast. Today we have Tiffany Choice. She is an entrepreneur and she has a business called Faire Skin. Welcome, Tiffany. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
So a fun fact is Tiffany and I are from the same hometown. She's probably a little bit younger than me, but you know, we grew up in the same area. So this is like a hometown special.
Yes.
So, all right. So Faire Skin is a beauty brand, right? You know, we're going to get into your products, talk about, you know, the business itself, how it is running it, different things like that. So the first thing I want to ask you is, do you remember when you fell in love with beauty products? If it was beauty products you fell in love with, and what made you want to start your own line?
Oh my God. Since a kid, honestly, since the Oak Street days, I
Wow.
always used to like play around in my mom's like lotions and other little brands she had and get in trouble. But as I got older, it became more of a science thing just because I have a love for science also, and mixing and matching, putting things together. And then throughout college, you know, you start going through these weird phases as your hormones are kicking in, body's changing. I was just looking for skincare and hair care to create something just for me. And, you know, out of necessity, birth, what is it, ingenuity or something like that? I forgot how the phrase goes. But basically, because I needed some products and I couldn't find anything on the shelf and I played around with a lot of them, I just, you know, started creating and testing on my own. And then once I put out a test market, I went from there and then just started selling. So now I'm actually growing and looking to expand and hopefully become a billionaire or multi-billionaire. I'm putting it in the atmosphere.
That's right, girl. Okay. Well, we're going to take a couple steps back first. So, how long have you been working on Faire Skin?
Officially, probably the last 3 years.
Okay.
And it's been a learning process.
Absolutely. Yes. How did you come up with the name for your line?
Family name, of course, my mom is a Facin, so I just took, which is French, meaning we do it. So the definitive of the verb is actually fair. So it doesn't mean light skin fair, but fair as in I'm making good products, but also for you to have fair skin, meaning beautiful, nice, even, or handsome skin. And also because as a business practice, I want to be fair in my practices. So even when I'm purchasing from suppliers, I make sure that their practices are fair and conflict free.
Wow. Okay. I like that. That's deeper than, you would think. So, what do you love about making your own products from scratch?
It's like a recipe. Like when you make your own food from scratch, you know that not only are the ingredients going in, but time, care, and love.
What is the most challenging thing about making your own products from scratch?
Making my own products from scratch. It's only one of me. So I am the end all be all to the business. And more than anything, especially working a corporate job, I don't have time all the time. And, you know, I need at least another 24 hours in my own days. So just trying to find that time management in the end and trying to create them to make sure I put forth the best end product for my clients because they're made to order.
Oh, wow. Okay. I always say running a business is not easy, right? Especially when you have a full-time job and this is your side hustle and stuff. So what keeps you motivated about your business?
Trying to be a multi-billionaire. I don't want to work corporate America forever. This is my true passion. I can look at a picture, or I could see you in person. I could diagnose, which I really technically shouldn't say because I'm not a licensed esthetician, but I know what people need to get their skin to be fair, to be beautiful. And that's what drives me every day. And people always ask me, how do I get my skin glowing the way it is? I'm like, it's natural. My real natural foundation is not what you can purchase out of the store. And I want to get everyone else to that level, whether it's your face or other places on your body, just to have nice, glowing, even, healthy skin.
Yeah, because I saw a picture of you recently and I was like, damn, her skin is beautiful. And it really was glowing. Like, that
Thank
is facts.
And I'm my own marketing, material. So I can't have bad skin and trying to sell my product to other people. Like right now I do have a few pimples, but that's because I've been living really foul lately. But I am taking pictures because it's going to be a part of my testimony once this whole process is done, actually, to show people that I too get breakouts, but this is what you can do, and these are the products that I've used and the frequency and so forth. And I'm kind of getting used to being in front of the camera, which I really don't like. I like to be the behind the scenes person.
Yeah, I know that's a struggle. Some for me too. I like to, but girl, you got to put it out there.
I know.
So, what would you say is the most difficult aspect of running a business like this? Like, you're doing beauty. Beauty is not easy, and you're making your own products from scratch. So out of everything that you're doing and everything that you have going on, what is the hardest part for you? Is it marketing? Is it, getting the ingredients, actually having the time to make the stuff? Like, what would you say? Or is it like an array of things, like maybe 3 of those things?
I would say the number one hardest part is actually making them. Like I said earlier,
Mm-hmm.
time management, having to work 8 hours at another job, get home, kind of take a little relaxing break and change into my work gear, so to speak, to start making products in the evening to get them out to my clients. And sometimes I make mistakes, and a lot of the times it's to the client's benefit because they end up with a free item
Mm-hmm.
most times. But it's just, that's one challenge. The other challenge is learning e-commerce. I'm a hustler. I can sell anything. That is not a problem. Like Jay-Z said, I could sell fire in hell. I could sell water to a whale. That's not a problem for me. But learning how to take this and put it on the e-commerce platform and learning about all those other little pieces and nuances of retailing online and the better platforms to use for retail versus, just having a traditional blog, learning the accounting and the other back office aspects. And again, it's just me. So it's a good thing because I'm investing myself and I'm a bottom up person. So I'm getting to know my operations from the bottom up. So then when I do grow, I could hire an assistant to do operations, hire a team to create the products, and I know how everything goes. So I know what's also to expect as far as an output from those people when I start employing them.
Wow, that's a great way to look at it. I like how you took something that's not negative, but just a challenge, and turned it around in a positive way to look at it like, hey, this is challenging for me now, but in the end, it's going to work out to my benefit because I'll know all the ins and outs of my own business and, be prepared for that, hiring people and getting them to run the business. I like
Right.
that. Yeah. So do you said that you could, you have this natural knack to kind of like tell people, what they need for their skin. Have you taken any courses, or has it interest you to get like any types of certification or anything like that? Or you just, because you work the full-time job and you got the side hustle, there's just no time for that?
There's no time, but that is on the list because I love it and it is my passion. For the most part, some things are just innate to me. Like I just knew, oh, I know how, herbals work, and let me see how this combination could work for the skin. And if I mix it with, this soap base or what have you, what is the outcome going to be? So there was a lot of R&D, a lot of, I wouldn't say wasted money, but a lot of money's put to, these recipes that never made it to the market. But for the most part, knowing that innately and then studying and doing further research, because education is free technically. What it's the degrees or the licensures that cost, because now we have to get that certification from an official institution. if anything, all of us could run our own businesses and be, top notch intellectuals and CEOs if we did not need bachelor's, licenses, masters, and so forth
Mm-hmm.
in order to set a certain standard or precedence in this nation.
Yeah.
But that's next.
So this is interesting to me because this is something that you've always loved. You've always had a passion for it. So when you went to school, what made you not study like chemistry or like to be a chemist or to like work in this field?
My mother, she said, well, I wanted to actually, my high school had a program
Mm-hmm.
for like a co-op program to do business as well as for vocational studies. And I could have gotten my license then in New York, but she said, no, go to school for business. And business was always on my mind anyway, because that was a good way to get some money and get out of Portchester. That was my mindset as far as growing beyond the circumstances that I came into. But for the most part, it brought me full circle. I'm a business minded person anyway, and there's so much, not only just networking in college, but a lot of things that I took away from, global commerce and economics in my studies program that I'm able now to apply to my business. And I'm not starting from scratch where I run into a lot of people and I learned that they don't have that business background. So for them, it's a little harder. Whereas when I'm taking an accounting course to learn about accounting, how to do accounting for my business, I've already had the background because I went to intermediate accounting in college. I already know about economics and, a lot of other terminologies and subjects that, lend itself to running my business.
Mm, okay. All right. That's interesting. I just wanted to know why. But, it's always our parents trying to tell us what to do. But at least in this case, you could say, all right, mom, this helped. But I wish you would have sat down.
Right.
They are too much, but we love them. All right. So let's talk about some of your products. So I have 5 products that I'm going to tell you the name of them. They're your products. So I want you to tell us what this product does and, a little bit about it. So Cocoa Cure Balm. What is that and what can we use it on?
That is the only like cream based moisturizer that you can use head to toe. It's great for babies. I have a lot of clients that have young, from infants to like toddlers, even grade school children. I have a girlfriend whose son has eczema. He loves it. That's the only product he wants to put on his skin. It also is proven to, assist in improving his condition with eczema. It's basically just natural beeswax and natural virgin coconut oil. If you want, you can get it unscented or fragranced. I prefer with that to match it with the essential oils because essential oils also provide another level of healing to the skin, but it's also thin so that your skin can actually breathe. So, and it's great for all year long, as well as for babies, infants, it keeps them from having the diaper rash
Mm.
and protects their bottoms and their private areas. And also for adults, if you chafe, if you work out, I, as well as other people that I know, have found it to be very helpful in preventing the chafing. And if you have a rash, especially when you have rash issues, it's just your skin reacting negatively to something. So if you were to get like the essential oil blend of Relax or Peace, which has lavender, rosemary, mint, and things of that nature, and chamomile, it also helps to relax the skin or create a calming sensation, and like the rash could go away within 24 hours. And that's happened for a client.
Nice. Okay. All right. Tell me about Rose Gold Serum.
That is basically like gold. It's roses, top to bottom, steeped in oils. And I will say that my oils are steeped for a certain period of time, like how you steep tea, but steeped purely in a certain carrier oil so that you can get the most potency out of the product so that I'm not doing extracts and like scientifically created fillers. That's also the basis of Fair Skin and trying to bring you a product that's as close to being natural as possible. So with Rose Gold Serum, it's comprised of, again, the roses, rose hips, as well as packed with vitamin C and hyaluronic acid from the hibiscus flowers. and it has calendula, which is very good in soothing, smoothing, brightening, and evening skin tone. So it's great. It's an all over moisturizer as well, but it requires very little. So you can use it like now it's warmer out and you don't need a lot of hydration or moisture being drawn to your face from extra products because it's already the moisture is already in the air. So right now I recommend people to use it at night, but it's definitely helpful for that and it helps to bring that natural glow out within your skin.
Nice. All right. Honey Glow Toner.
It's just that. It's honey that makes you glow. I basically took again my herb oil blend and I added that to witch hazel. Growing up, we use sea breeze or direct witch hazel, which is great, but sometimes the additives in those, like the colorants or alcohol additions and other items, could be a little harsh. So Honey Glow basically uses honey, which is a humectant, to help draw the moisture in the air and bring it to your skin like a positive ion. It's attracting that moisture to keep your skin hydrated. While the witch hazel and the herbs are basically toning and helping your skin, refining the pores, give you that nice glow.
I love it. Two Tone Cleanser.
Now, two tone is like my answer to black soap. Black soap can be typically harsh because it's made with lye as well as shea and other items. And shea, like myself, I learned you can have an allergy to if you have an allergy to latex because the shea nut naturally has traces of latex, so to speak. So basically, mine is shea free. It uses activated charcoal, turmeric, which is a great skin brightener, as well as Dead Sea clay and bentonite clay, all which work together to brighten the skin, remove toxins and impurities, drawing them out. So, of course, when you use it, you may see some breakouts, but that's just the stuff that's been suppressed underneath the different layers of your dermis or skin. And you want to pull that out rather than suppressing it, leaving it in. And I tell people to think of their digestive tract. If you're constipated or your stomach's hurting, you got to get that stuff out, whether it's from either end. It needs to come out in order for you to feel better. And that's how your skin is since it's your largest organ. And two-tone cleanser is for predominantly problematic skin or the people who want to take the easy, lazy route without getting a face mask, technically, to basically cleanse, remove those deep down impurities, help to fight acne harder than our basic cleanser Purity, and to tone up the skin, even the skin tone, remove the marks that can occur from bad acne scarring. But it's not only for the face, you can use it in other places for the body. And I will say, even with going to get wax services, the estheticians always compliment me on my skin because it's so good. And, I get good new clients from that because it really works. So for the ladies and the gentlemen who, go through hair removal processes, Fair Skin is good for that. And it's definitely delicate and gentle for those private areas.
Nice. And the last one I want you to tell us about is Purity Tea Tree Cleanser.
That was the first cleanser I came up with. It is the base cleanser, and it's good all over. It's made with tea tree oil, mint, fresh dehydrated strawberries, and other botanicals. Again, to help brighten, cleanse the skin, and keep it kind of like leveled and moisturized. Not only that, but the herbs in it help to balance your natural pH. So, and that's why I like my products. Of course, I'm biased because they're mine, but in doing my research to pick the right botanicals to put in there, I chose botanicals that will help basically combat different issues that can occur in fine to normal or oily and combination skin, and then completely problematic skin. So what Purity does is help to naturally balance your skin. It works with your natural pH. So there's no need for additives like some commercial products use to brighten or basically strip or bleach your skin. It doesn't do that. And in the end, that's something you can use total body head to toe as well.
Nice. So is there expiration on like some of these items because of the natural ingredients that go into it, or is it, usually fine for however long you keep it, as long as you keep it in a certain temperature?
I always recommend, and it's on the labeling as well as my postcards that I send in the packages, to make most of the products, if you use them regularly, last within 30 days.
Okay.
So you definitely don't have an expiration issue or issues with being rancid. And I've tested that out. But most of these products, and especially the way I've created the formulations, they are to last within 1 to 2 years just because of what they're comprised of. And that's storing under normal conditions in a cool, dry place, so to speak. Of course, I abuse my products. They're mine. I'm the creator. So I know they do last, even in the worst conditions, for a very long period of time as well.
Okay. So, what do you want your customers to know about your products? If you could tell them one thing about your products, what would you say?
I would definitely say that Fair Skin, while it is a beauty brand and there are thousands of others out there, it's not like them because it's genuine. Like I said, we're fair in our practices and who we receive our supplies from, but we also offer full services, providing consultation, providing hand holding and assistance in helping you use the products, but also what our products are comprised of. Not only are they made with integrity, but they're comprised of the best natural ingredients to help you unlock your beautiful, radiant skin.
Love it. What is the most important thing to you when developing new products or selling existing products?
Price. Because I want to be able to provide a quality product for a decent price. Of course, I don't want to go broke. This is not a volunteer situation. But at the same time, I'm not trying to be like these super high end skincare cosmetic companies that are actually just pretty much providing things that are not the greatest quality. But, camera magic allows them to sell them at higher rates, and then you find out they're really not that good. So I'm trying to combat that. I'm trying to be different. I'm trying to offer that luxury at a healthy price point for not only the people on Wall Street, so to speak, but the people on Main Street.
I like that. All right. I know that you said that this is definitely your passion. So I'm going to ask you if you feel like you're doing your purpose work. And if you do feel like this is your purpose work, what would you describe your purpose work as?
I feel like I am. Even after having a hard day at my corporate job or just having rough times, I know once I start making products or I'm working to create something new or grow in my business, I feel better. And not only that, but when I interact with new as well as potential or existing clients and explaining to them, trying a new product or using something and walking them through that process, it makes me feel good. I feel like somewhat like a doctor or like your beautician. These are people that you build personal relationships with, so to speak, over a period of time from you interacting with them and, having consultations or them working with you to look or feel your best, so to speak. So it makes me feel good. And a lot of my clients have problematic skin. So the fact that I can assist them in tackling these issues and building rapport with them, it makes me feel good. And I like for people to look as well as feel good.
That's amazing. I know you say you want to be like a billionaire, but honestly speaking, what do you want to see happen to your business over the next couple years? Like, do you want to have an actual store where people can come in and get consultations, where you also sell your products? Do you want, like, what do you dream of when you think about expanding your business?
Initially, a storefront was my dream, and I had this whole spot experience set up in my mind and, kind of wrote out a business plan for that. But with the way things are moving, where a lot of people, some of us miss that personal touch, but honestly, stores are closing down, whether on Main Street or the big malls. Places are closing down because people are driven in this technology realm. So right now, my focus is just to make a certain price point, have a certain amount of revenue, and to be able to employ people at least within the next 5 years to provide assistance or some foundation for them to grow, as well as to help my business get to the next step. Ultimately, of course, I am going to be a multi-billionaire. Self prophesy and, speak things into existence. Because if you don't, they won't happen.
That's right, girl. I like the way you think. She said a multi-billionaire, y'all. She didn't say a millionaire. She's not playing.
And that's why I also provide motivational little phrases and memes also, because not only am I providing assistance for you to look good, some people don't feel they do. But if I can just touch somebody and share some encouraging words for them, or even other people in business, because I have rough days. Some days I want to just throw in the towel and give this all up because it's so challenging right now. But I know the reward is great and it's coming. So, and I'm happy with the growth that I experience every month, but this is why I do share positive words of encouragement for the people who are watching.
Yeah, I like that because it is true. It is very difficult starting a business, having a business, running a business. It's not easy. And more times you feel like you want to quit than forge forward. So when you hear someone else who also is chasing a dream, following their passion, and they're keeping it real and saying, listen, this is hard. It's not a game. I feel like quitting most times, but the thing that keeps me going is my passion for it. It just reaffirms for you that, you know what? I'm not the only one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I appreciate you being candid about that. I'm going to ask you a question that I've never asked any of my guests before, but I've always been curious about this because I see a lot of memes about things like this online. So since starting your business, do you find that you get more support from friends and family or strangers? That's the first question. And the second question is, and has the start of your business affected any of your friendships or even made you have to like look at some people like, oh, okay, I see you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. It's funny because yes, I'm a Gemini, so that I'm very passionate. That's like the main energy. And so when I support you, if you're my friend and you're selling rocks or strings of grass painted, I'm going to purchase because you're my friend. If you need me to help you sell that and I have free time, I'm going to do that. I promote people I know and people I don't know because I see you trying. I see people and I expect that in return. And what I'm learning is I have to remove my emotion, but that's not me. I'm a compassionate person. I care, which is why I also am passionate and love my business because I help others in providing the products that I do. So, yes, I do have a lot of support. I will say from a lot of my family members, even when I had crappy packaging, because I was buying sample packages from travel kits and Walmart, selling them for $5 and gorilla gluing labels on. And I still have some faithful customers that have been with me through the growth process. And they've also provided positive feedback and assisted me along the way. And I reward them in whatever way I can for doing so. I also have some people that I thought were friends and I had to pretty much kind of strong arm them. Like, listen, I'm even offering $25 products. You can't get that, but I see you promoting for this person and that person, spending hundreds of dollars with them and other things. And you know what? I said I would never do that again because while I did get it off my chest, I felt like that was a bad move on my behalf, and not like showing my poker hand, so to speak, but in to the extent of I shouldn't have to give you a chastising, so to speak, if you're my friend for you to support me. So
right.
I felt the level of our friendship wasn't what I thought it was. And maybe they felt the same way, like they didn't value our friendship the way I did at first. And that's cool. So I would never ask again. I would never chastise someone again for not supporting my effort, but I see you.
Right.
Simple as that.
Exactly. I
But I
love
do
how
have a
you I love how you said that. I love how you kept it real about the packaging because, girl, we all go through it. I have my little lash business and makeup business that I'm over here struggling with. I call myself a struggling entrepreneur because it's a struggle. And I get it. You know, when you say that about the glue and the travel packages and like you be cutting and pasting and trying to put things together until, you know what I mean? Like they say, fake it until
right.
you make it.
And you know what? What I've learned, you know what? We have to speak positively. I'm starting out. Guess what? I don't have expensive packaging like Macy's, because I'm not Macy's. I'm
Right.
Tiffany's. And Tiffany could only do this at this point, but guess what? This is Tiffany's best. You better believe I was still putting my best in them little ugly bottles.
That's right.
Product inside was golden.
Yeah.
I have friends, I have new clients and new friends and people who are on restrictive incomes, but without a doubt, they make a point to at least once a quarter purchase products from me.
That's
That means
amazing.
more to me than anything, because people believe in me and have hope in me, and I love that. And this actually came from friends convincing me to sell this, because I was already making products for myself and giving away the residuals or just selling it for $5. And then I said, let me look into a whole line then. If these people, my closest friends, believe in me and want to, purchase. And it means so much to me. I can't let myself down, but I can't also let my followers down. People who really believe in me and know I'm going to make it. And my goal is to continue to network not only with the suppliers I have now, but people that I know who are proficient in the things that I need, like network marketing, skincare, like those things. I believe what's for me is for me. I don't care if you're opening up Fair Skin too. That's your business. If I could assist you along the way, I know my blessings are going to come regardless, because God and the universe has already ordained that. They already know where I need to be and what I want to have, and they're going to make it happen for me. And maybe a part of that path is me blessing someone else, no matter what it is. And I always share that.
Yeah, that's a great way to think. That's a great attitude to have. I love it. I really enjoyed this interview with you. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast and sharing your story, your journey with us. But before I let you go, I have to ask you to share an oh hell no moment with us. An oh hell no moment is a moment of shock or disbelief. It could be positive, it could be negative, it could be shared with someone, like maybe someone made you have a oh hell no moment, or you had a oh hell no moment by yourself. Maybe you made something in your kitchen and you were like, oh hell no, this is bomb, or whatever. So share a moment with us that has taught you something or changed your perspective on something.
I'll share something negative because people always want to share the positive to make it seem sunny. And I think I've touched on enough positive points. One oh hell no moment that stood out for me and was a big learning lesson was the way I used to make my cocoa cure bomb. And of course, with certain products, you have to double boil it or what have you, so that you're actually not cooking the oil or the product and singeing it, thus completely changing the chemical makeup of it. And in double boiling, the whole thing just didn't explode, but it poured out into the big pot that it was in. And I lost a few $100s in doing that.
Mm.
So from there, I had to research and figure out what my next step was into one, replacing that product and taking that loss, but two, also learning how to kind of be a little more efficient and proficient in creating that product. So now I switched the process, and which is done, and it actually made my life much easier. So that helps. And then on top of it, I noticed the consistency comes out much smoother than it was the first time around and the old method I was using. So it turns out to be a positive, but it's a great learning lesson. And I literally was like, oh hell no, when it happened. And very torn in watching all of my product, the oil and everything, just seep into a pot of water. There's no way to save that. I had to throw everything away. But sometimes issues happen along the way in our process because we know we have it down pat in our brains, or we just know we're doing it right. And sometimes those hiccups comes to show us that there's a better way or there's a different way. And in the long run, that different way or this issue is going to help you see the brighter side and help you fix or improve your process, so that in turn the benefit can be traded off to your clients.
Love it. Well said. So tell everyone where they can get in touch with you so that they can check out your products and place orders. Give us your handles for Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff.
Okay, so all of my handles are Faireskin, FAIRESKIN. That's Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I am investing in myself, working with someone who does business marketing. and social media management. So they're assisting me with my website. So right now it's not complete, but it's definitely underway and coming soon. So look forward to that and the big sale. But the website address will be My Fair Skin, MyFaireskin.com. For now, all orders can be placed directly to the business email, myfairskin@gmail.com. Or you can DM me if it's easier for you. We'll work something out. I realize I don't have a website, so I'm willing to flex right now. I do have an order sheet, so you can see the list of products and things of that nature, and then we can work something out. And if you're ordering based off this podcast, you can get 10% off your next order. Just mention, oh, hell no.
Oh, hell yes. That is great.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe and rate the show.